Good morning. Welcome into twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uploads. Okay, I've got a confession to make. It's not the morning. It's the after morning or good morn-ish. If you've been here before, maybe you've heard that before. Hey, how are you doing? Welcome in for only the second time this week, and for the second week in a row, we've only gone live with a scoop 2 times in a week because it's been a busy old period here at Ice Cream Uploads. But hey, how you doing? My name's Graham. This is Bib. I'll read Bib.
Good after morning. It's not that far after 12. It's literally like 25 to 1.
25 to 1, which
not the closest.
Which is, I mean, that sounds like 10 a.m.ish to me. Nice.
Absolutely.
Nice. If you don't know what 10 a.m.ish is, well, as mentioned, my name is Graham. This has been We Are Ice Cream Uploads, and in true ice cream fashion, we are badass people that go live whenever we want, you know, a couple of times a week. We'll take that, whatever. Nah, we go live with a scoop, usually each and every single weekday at 10 a.m. ish. We work in the video games industry. We do all sorts of social media and events and stuff, which is actually pretty apt because that's what we've been doing this last couple of weeks. We are going to be going live tomorrow, like we usually do on a Saturday, playing PUBG. However, we won't be playing. We will be inviting 64 other people in to our stream to play PUBG for your viewing pleasure. We have 16 different captains bringing the PUBG Royale Rumble. Woo! Nice. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting. If you haven't seen it, !PUBG RR in the chat. We'll give you a link to our tweet where we'll give you the introductory video. Just go back through our timeline. There is tons and tons of information about who is competing, what the teams are like, what prizes are on offer for the players that are competing, what prizes are on offer for you, the viewing public. Unless you're one of the players that's watching this, then, you know, you can't win that stuff probably. But, you know, you're going to be playing this stuff. But whatever. Do feel free to check out our tweets. It's hopefully going to be an incredible show. We have a lot of quality content creators and some ridiculous players involved. Hopefully everyone gets into the spirit of the event and just goes in for a little bit of a good time, a fun time. If you want to watch absolute best of the best cutthroat esports, then you can check out Code Red at core_GG on Twitch. You can check out, or is it Code Red_GG? I think it's Code Red_GG. Core GG's on Twitter. Anyway, you can check out those guys if you want to see the best of the best playing at the absolute pinnacle of console esports. Well, we aren't that. We're playing for memes. So hopefully everyone else lives along with that spirit. We have a good time. We give out £2,000 worth of cash plus 5 GT Omega chairs, 4 Astro A10 Gen 2 headsets, 4 £20 vouchers from Insert Coin, and one of these bad boys, as we just announced today, we will be giving away an Ice Cream Uploads esports jersey. This one is actually given away courtesy of our friends at Gamers Apparel, where our store is from. They've gone, do you know what? We'll get involved. We'll support this. And they are giving that one away for us. So nice. We're not even having to spend on that because everyone on the new Gamers Apparel jersey, obviously this one is out of date because it does have old sponsors and stuff on it, but the new jersey has the likes of Astro, which have put prizes up, Insert Coin, which have put prizes up, Gamers Apparel, which obviously have put prizes up. Everyone's in there. Everyone's in there. I'm looking at you, GT Omega. Nice. So there is lots and lots to get involved with. We will also be giving away a bundle in the middle of that broadcast from our friends at Koyo, which is the whole PUBG merch bundle, which we have been talking about on social media for the last couple of weeks. If you haven't seen it, go check our latest tweets. It's like 2 or 3 tweets back. You will see that you need to follow us, retweet, tag a friend, and obviously follow the Koyo store on Twitter as well. You could bag yourself a full selection of PUBG merch. There's a cool bar blade in that as well as other stuff, by the way. The bar blade is fucking badass. This is worth getting involved alone. You want to look like Tom Cruise from Cocktail? You need one of these. Proper like spin it round on your finger bar blade. I was worried then that it was going to fly off and hit my monitor and break it because it's fucking it's a heavy boy, is that one. So yeah, do feel free to get involved. You looking forward to tomorrow, babe?
I most certainly am. I'm nervous, to be honest. A lot more nervous than we usually are when you do these competitions, because this one is by far the biggest one we've ever done, by far the most technical one we've ever done, and obviously looping in people that aren't just in the office too. So there's a lot that could pretend. I think hopefully there won't be that many fires to be putting out tomorrow, but I'm super excited at the same time. I love PUBG esports, even though I'm terrible at the game. I think it's so technical. It can be so aggressive, and that's what I love in these types of games. So add in 16 teams and 64 players. It's going to be chaos, but hopefully it will be a glorious chaos.
Yep. Yep, we hope. So there is a lot that could go wrong tomorrow for those that doesn't know it. And do you know what? Every time you see a live broadcast, usually things are going wrong. It's just the way it works. It's a matter of how you style it out. And hopefully we have enough things that will help us style it out so you don't notice the issues. Obviously, the obvious ones that people pick up on more than anything are camera issues and audio issues. If those work fine and the other stuff are burning behind the scenes, then we'll just pad. It's okay. So hopefully it's a good show. Do feel free to join us from 3 p.m. UK time tomorrow until 8 p.m.-ish. Obviously, if we finish all the games and stuff sooner, we'll be off a little bit sooner. If there's any overrunning, maybe we do some interviews that take a little bit longer or whatever. It may run a little bit later. So set yourself 3 till 9-ish, but we're hoping to be done by 8. So yeah, 5 hours of spectacular content. Do feel free to support all of the creators in that as well, because they are taking one for the team. To put on a broadcast of this nature, all creators will have a 5-minute delay on their stream, which means that their chat can't engage and they can't engage with their chat as much as they would usually like, which is hard work for a creator. So they are all putting themselves through a lot of effort for your viewing pleasure. So do feel free to drop in, give them some high fives, make sure you give them some lurkage. If you can throw down a sub or whatever, even better, but you don't have to, obviously. Just tell them that you appreciate them. That's all we need to know. Anyway, what else we need to know is video game news. That's what we are here. This is The Scoop, the UK's #1 video game podcast, if we do say so ourselves. We are here to bring you the biggest, the best, and the breaking stories from the world of video games. But it's not just that. We will give you our thoughts and impressions. And then we want to hear your thoughts and impressions. And then we want to hear your thoughts and impressions on our thoughts and impressions. That's kind of how this whole thing works. This is The Scoop after all. Do feel free to get involved in the chat if you are with us live on twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uploads, where, as mentioned, we do go live each and every single weekday-ish at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Ish. We don't usually have 2 ishes in there. We usually are live each and every single week. These last 2 weeks, we've only had 2 days a week, though, because we have been setting up for the Royal Rumble. Hopefully, it's all worth it. As mentioned, don't need to go back over that. We just had a conversation on that. But we are live on Twitch, and if you are involved in the stream, please do feel free to get involved on behalf of everyone else that watches and listens on demand a little bit later on. We do turn the live stream into a podcast, a video on YouTube, and an audio podcast on iTunes and Spotify and SoundCloud and Google Play. So there is lots of places where over 130,000 people. It's more than that. It's a lot more than that by now. But you know what? We're busy, so we haven't had time to crunch the numbers. It could be 150. We don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll get you the details. But over 130,000 people have been involved in watching the stream on demand. So if you're in the stream, get involved on behalf of those, because they can't speak to us live, but you guys can. Before we jump into things, a couple of reminders. Obviously, we do have the Royal Rumble this weekend. There is a chance for you to win a Koyo bundle. There is a chance for you to win an Ice Cream Uploads esports jersey. There is a chance for viewers to bag an A10 headset for helping their creators of their choice by picking the highlights of the tournament. All that will be explained on Saturday. But if that's not enough, Monday, following that, is the first Monday of the month, which means it's time for the loot drop. ! Loot drop. One person will bag themselves a prize. We haven't decided what that is yet, because let's face it, we're being busy as fuck. It may be an Ice Cream Uploads baseball cap. We'll sort that out. So we do have the loot drop on Monday. That means that anyone that is a sub on Monday is entered in for a chance to win a prize. Nice. And then, just 12 days-ish after that, we have the community meetup at ICU HQ. If you want to come into our studio, if you want to have some burgers and some sausages and grab a few drinks and all of that jazz, then you need to have filled in the form. We have a form in the Discord. So a lot of people have said that they wanted to come. Not all of those people have filled in the form, though. So make sure, !Discord, we'll give you the link to our Discord. In the Discord, there is a channel within there, right? Is it?
There is. It's called We Meet You Info.
Nice. We Meet You Info. So in there is a link to a Google form. It's just basically like the health and safety stuff, because we are a corporate premises. We are Jelly Media and stuff. We need to make sure that we know how many people are coming in and allergy bits like that. It's also, we want to take your personal banking information and your credit card details and stuff like that. But that's a different story altogether. So yeah, do make sure, if you want to come along to that, fill that in, just so we can keep track of who's coming, what. Yeah, you get it? Nice. We will also have
the spaces are filling up, by the way. I'm not going to tell you how many we've got, but we are very, very close to capacity. So if you can do that as soon as possible, because like you said, people are messaging us saying, yeah, we want to come. It's like, well, it's fucking form, fill it out then, because we need to know who's coming in for health and safety reasons. But there is less than a handful left. So please, if you want to come, get it done quick.
Yeah, just to point out as well, it isn't first come, first served, by the way. Let's say someone has supported this community for 4 years. A lot of people didn't even know we were streaming 4 years ago, and they fill it in too late. Well, we might have to reshuffle orders and stuff like that. So don't worry. We'll if you haven't already done it, it's not first come first serve. We will. It's basically an invitational event, so we'll try figure out a way of doing it fairly and supporting people that have been supporting us for a long period of time. Doodle Rude, thank you very much for dropping in the chat for the follow as well an hour ago, dude. Appreciate that. Let me jump back through. Lake was in nice and early with a huh. Nice. Did you have you figured out your mobile gaming for Football Manager, Lake? What you doing? Nietzsche is in using his little Miss Bike Seat Sniffer emote as well. Nice. Spiffy, good afternoon. How you doing? Fizz, good evening. I'll read. So excited for tomorrow. It's going to be amazing, Spiffy. It's going to be good. Hopefully everything runs smoothly, because if it doesn't, we're not bothered about like having to pad and fill time and stuff like that. We do that all day, every day anyway. We talk shit for England. So it's not about us. We want it to run smoothly so that everyone else just works perfectly for them, because they're already putting their streams on delays. We've got a slot on the front page of Twitch so we can give some exposure to some of our buddies, and hopefully everything works smoothly just to paint them in a good light, not even about us and it looking good for us. So hopefully it works well for them, because there's a lot of sacrifices people have made, giving 5 hours of their lives to take part in this. Times that by 64 people, that's a lot of hours that people have put into this. So we want it to run smoothly for everyone else. Ian, good afternoonish, dude. Good afternoon, gents. Good afternoon, chat. Timeless. Hey, that's a nice mod sword you've got there, Timeless. Hey. One short story for Timeless. He earned 300,000 sprinkles on Wednesday evening. Nice. He applied to be a mod. Nice. People said no in the chat. Oh, because they didn't realize that I turned off the extra voting function with sprinkles, or was it bits, or whatever it is, the extra voting function. We had it turned on when Lotus did it, so everyone voted no, and then everyone quickly voted extra yeses and stuff like, yeah, go on then. But I turned it off on Timeless, so everyone voted no and didn't realise they could vote yes afterwards. Oh no! but he got his mod sword anyway, and then proceeded to ban Daenerys, who had just dropped in the chat with a follow by accident as his first mod action. And then unbanned her.
Only an ICU.
And then gifted her a sub as well. So you can't complain that much. So GG's Timeless. Nice. Fizz says, fuck that, I need the skateboard. Yeah, we don't have any of the skateboards to give away. That is a pretty sexy skate deck designed by the PUBG. He is inevitable. This is a Timeless shout. Let's go. Oh no, that's a nade. Move away. So yeah, we don't have the skateboard deck to give away, sadly. I mean, I probably could have tapped up PUBG for one of those, to be fair, but that, I imagine, would have been sparse. I might still ask. We'll see.
It never would have left your house, Graham. No, let's be honest.
Oh, and the winner is Mr. G Day. Let's go. 12 head afternoon, motherfuckers. Afternoon, dude. Cannot wait until tomorrow, says Timeless. It's going to be good. 12 heed. I have cleared my schedule. Nice. I expect everyone else to have done the same. 5 hours minimum. Lake says strawberry cake, coffee, Friday, and scoop. Beautiful. That sounds like absolute heaven. GG's. I would come down, but you guys live far too close to the equator for this, Ginger. It's fine. We have a number of ginger people that work at ICU, so it's been ginger-proofed. Oh, there you go. Bibby is proof. Nice. It's good. How do we enter the headset giveaway during the tournament that starts at 3 p.m? We are having something called the highlight of the tournament. Basically, we have bounties for the teams that are taking part. Whoever gets the first kill of the game will get an insert coin voucher. Whoever gets the most headshot kills across the tournament will get an Astro headset. And whoever gets the highlight of the tournament, that doesn't have to be a kill, doesn't have to be anything even aggressive. It could just be something really funny. Whatever it is, clip, share it with us, either in the Discord, in the stream, on social media, whatever. We will do a public poll after the event. The poll doesn't decide the winner. I just want to point that out, by the way. The poll is just for you guys to show who you feel should win. The thing with a poll is it can be very much a... What's the word I'm looking for? Popularity contest. If you've got more followers, then you're more likely to win a poll than someone else that doesn't. So we aren't letting the poll decide. We will take that into consideration and we will decide to make sure it's a fair spread, because we have people with a number of different social reaches across this event, so it wouldn't be fair to do it as a popularity contest. Anyway, if you get involved in that poll, and it'll be a follow and retweet thing. So once you've viewed the tournament, just get involved with that bit. It's a simple follow and retweet. We'll give that away at the end of the week after the tournament. So it's an amplification mechanic to help the people that have got the biggest and best clips of the tournament. That is there basically to give them some exposure after the event. If people follow and retweet that package that will show the 5 or so, 2, 3, 4, whatever it will be, clips that are nominated for the highlight of the tournament, it will allow those people to get a little bit more exposure after the event. So yeah, those that get involved, follow and retweet that, could bag themselves an A10 headset. I just want to point out, by the way, that a lot of people will talk about the A40s, which I'm wearing. That's a nice set of A40s you've got there, babe. That's beautiful. Nice.
Thank you very much.
Maybe the A50s, which are wireless. Not many people talk about the A10 headset. I just want to point out that we have a 100% success rate playing PUBG wearing the A10s on stream. That is a fact.
Correct.
That is an absolute fact. Every single game that we've played wearing the A10s, we've won. It was only one game. Don't read into it too much. But still, there you go. Facts. It's an absolute fact, and it will remain that fact forever now. I can't play with my A10s ever again because I know I probably won't win, but there we go. I think I've done the form, says Spiffy.
Yes, you have.
Nice.
I saw that.
There you go. Nice. I live up north. What's a handful? It depends. I've only got little hands. Baby's handful is probably a little bit bigger than mine, so I don't know.
Absolutely. Goalkeeping hands like Peter Schmeichel.
Like Peter Rabbit.
Yeah.
Okay, let's catch up with the chat. We have been live for a little bit of time. No doubt a lot of people are wanting video game news, so we'll catch up and then we'll move on. Nothing much to do at work, so I have time for figuring it out. Nice. Whatever happens, you guys deserve a crisp high five for the effort put in. GG. Thank you very much, Tito. Shout out to West as well, by the way, who said something very nice on social media this morning. I was asking West questions when we were in the initial stages of setting this up, which was, believe it or not, last year and then earlier this year. And there's months of stuff that's gone on behind the scenes. We're not going to bore you with all the details. Plus, we don't want to share all of the details. But yeah, he knows what's gone on. So GG's West. Thank you very much. And you too, Tito. How do you enter the headset giveaway? You were in mute as I'm at work. I've just said that, so there you go. I've said that one too. Nice. Pointers for you, mate. They don't do an extension mod for the headset, so it won't fit. Oh, there you go. How many sprinkles to take the sword away from him? Is it a shorter list for who Timeless doesn't mod for? I think it is now at this point. Yeah. Silly Geordie sausage, that's mucky sausage to you, says Nietzsche. Nice. It wouldn't be that rigged. Mrs. D-Day would win. Yeah, exactly. According to Twitch, I did get 51% of the vote. Kinda. I mean, I could get a blank deck and copy it. I mean, the thing is, Timeless did get 51% of the vote. So Twitch has, this is no lie, Twitch's poll balked somehow because generally, in percentage terms, there's 100. And 50% of the vote voted no, 51% voted yes. How does that work, Twitch? How do you get that? Do I win for turning up, says Chel. Yes, you do. No, you do. Bibby is Ginger, my monitor colour tone has been lying to me.
All this time.
What are the in-ear A30s like? Shit hot. They are really good.
Yeah, they are amazing. They're always in my work bag. Yeah. Like any time I want to either listen to a music if I'm not using my wireless ones on, want to play on my Switch, or when I'm at my PC in work if I'm editing, I just put them in. They're like literally like noise cancelling earphones. The bass on them is unbelievable. Yeah, like they are the go-to ones if I'm using anything portable.
The only thing is, obviously, we have Astro logos and stuff on the screen, and we've got Astro boxes and stuff behind us, so it sounds like absolute spawn. Take it as a spawn if you want. Take it as a hashtag ad. But these are genuinely badass. I have recommended these to people based off of the fact that I really like playing with these. I had the HyperX Cloud thingies. I can't remember what they were called. I bought them with my own money, and they were okay, but they were a bit too intense. I don't know if it was the shape of the things in my ear or whatever. These are badass. These are very, very good. We are spawned, so take that however you want. But yeah, they are good, really good. Nietzsche will be able to tell you his opinion. He has bought some, and he can say it without the spawn, so do feel free to ask him if you want a
ice cream, we all love ice cream.
Ice cream, we all love ice cream. Less than 3? No, I mean, I love ice cream if there's more than 3 as well. I mean, I prefer ice cream if there's more than 3, if I'm being honest, Neil. But thank you very much for the, 7 months, 8-month total. Thank you very much, Neil. Appreciate you. Decent mate, I own 3 pairs of in-ears and my favourite the AO3s. Oh, there you go. There's Nietzsche answering. Sharky Gamma, for years our kingdom of Mayo brothers were abolished. Today we take charge and dip our feet into dukes. Who is with me? I don't know what you're on about. But thank you. Hey, cheap as well. I heard it. When you pick the winner of the jersey at the end of the tournament, does the winner need to be present? We will announce that in the tournament. I mean, I was initially thinking yes. However, we will have a lot of people on the hook. We'll have other casters and stuff, like Silencer dropping into the stream. We don't want to have to do and the winner is Steve. Steve, are you here? No.
For 5 minutes.
No. So it will probably be like a 24-hour thing. We'll pick the winner. We'll whisper the winner on Twitch. And if they don't respond in 24 hours, it'll be like, okay, we'll go again. Something along those lines, I imagine. But we will confirm that in the actual event anyway. So you don't have to jump in and so on. You will have to pry this sword from my cold, dead hands. Nice. A40s are the tits. A40s are badass. Genuinely, the reason we are partnered with Astro is because we like the A40s. That is it. It's not the other way around. Astro didn't come. Would you like a spawn?
Bits in it.
We use them, love them, and we also love getting 500 bits as well, which is what's just happened. As Doctor has just thrown down 500 bits. Thank you very much, Doctor. Appreciate that. 500 bits.
Legend.
Straight off the back of a sub from Neil as well. We're almost hype training, and we haven't even started the scoop yet. We've been live for like half an hour. God damn.
God damn.
Screwy TV. Thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate that. So yeah, exclamation.
Frosty, yeah.
And there we go. Tito starts it off. Tito's just gifted a sub to OP3, who is now a 10-month sub to the channel, which starts off a hype train, and now it's happening. We got 5 on it. Spiffy, thank you very much for the 5 gifties. Monkey No Legs, who's taking part on Saturday, well, tomorrow, by the way. Broad, Cheetah, Jenkins, E, and Camaro all getting gifties. If any of you are in the chat, please thank Spiffy, obviously. It's only nice. Which is badass. So we've now gone from being almost starting a hype train up to somewhere where we shouldn't be, because we're trying to start a scoop.
Yeah.
But it's fine. You just keep throwing money at us. No, money at us. Doctor has resubbed as well for 6 months, and we're halfway through level 3 now. GG's. Thank you very much, people. We appreciate that very much. West, welcome in, dude. Damn you, Spiffy, for upstaging me. Yeah, Tito just throws out a sub like, bam, I'm going to start the hype train. Spiffy's like, you what? You what? You what,
mate?
Well, there goes Tito's 9% pay rise that he was talking about in the Discord. He just spaffed it all over. Let's go. Let's go. You're supposed to keep hold of it, Tito. You've not even got it yet. We have to reference Tito as T-D-O-U-G-H now. Do, as in cash, because that's all he is. Cash money these days. T-Do.
Yep.
Nice. Okay. Video game news. Hype train is going. Feel free to ignore that now so we can crack on. We appreciate your generosity, but you don't have to throw down anymore. Doctor, thank you very much for a half year as well, dude. Appreciate you very much. For now, though, we're going to talk about Rockstar Games, as they have reportedly made major changes to the company culture after worker backlash over crunch. Also, I don't know if this article jumps into it. I think it probably will do. I haven't read through it. But there has been some pretty major Grand Theft Auto 6 leaks this week as well. So if the article doesn't go into it, we'll tangent off into that. We'll try to keep up the pace, though, because half the show is already gone and we haven't even started yet. But then we will jump into PS5's new beta, which is preparing for 1440p support, game lists, and new social features. We'll then go, this is one for Lake, by the way, into a new portable mobile controller. There was a conversation about Razer Kiyoshi taking place in the Discord this morning. Well, Sony have their own, and it's called the Backbone One. We will start talking about that, and then we'll jump into, hashtag
Free Game Friday.
Nice. I didn't really give you the best setup there, but you still got it. Nice. I appreciate it. Yakuza Like a Dragon, Little Nightmares, and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 are coming to PS Plus next week, and we'll give you your Epic Games Free Game Friday at Rundown too. So stick around for all of that. We'll have to keep the pace going today because, Royal Rumble, all the conversations, lots of stuff talking about. Now, time for the news. Bib.
Yes.
Rockstar Games, GTA 6. Are you ready to talk about all that?
it feels like we haven't stopped talking about Grand Theft Auto over the last 8 years. So what will one more article do to us?
Exactly. Well, as you can see, it's on screen already. I didn't actually mean to put it on screen then, but it's there now anyway. Vlad MAZANKO at The Gamer has this article. It says, Rockstar reportedly ready to make... Actually, Rockstar reportedly made changes to the company culture after worker backlash over crunch. Rockstar has... Oh, my God. The tagline is exactly the same thing, but there we go. Rockstar has reportedly made changes for the better following claims of crunch and abuse. So Rockstar Games... Oh, my God. Into it for the... Stop this. Vlad, if your title says Rockstar reportedly made changes and your tagline says Rockstar has reportedly made changes, don't start your article by saying Rockstar has reportedly made some major changes, because it's the same thing. But there we go. Rockstar has reportedly made some major changes. I know. Who'd have thought it? To its working culture throughout recent years, including notable efforts to eliminate crunch when working on GTA 6. However, due to these changes, development has been slower than even long-time employees expected. Bloomberg reporter Jason Schreier shared his recent report about Rockstar overhauling its working culture in a bid to become a more progressive company rather than a boys' club. Back in 2018, hundreds of employees called out its culture of crunch and bullying, leading to notable changes. According to over 20 people who currently work there or left recently, things definitely changed for the better, and, quote, morale across the company is higher than it's ever been, end quote. As you might expect, the process of transforming the company into a much more compassionate workplace has had direct impact on GTA 6's development. The increasing gap between the studio's major releases is the result of not only the pandemic, but several changes implemented in an effort to improve working conditions. Among them were the restructuring of the design department, strict changes to scheduling, and converting contractors to full-time employees. Not to mention, the company has long ago ousted plenty of managers accused of abuse or reported as being difficult to work with. Employees have also been given new mental health and leave benefits, which are welcome bonuses. With all of the above, many workers say they're still trying to figure out how to make games at this new iteration of Rockstar, yet the cultural changes are well worth it. What's more, people across the company are now saying that no other studio, quote, has done as much in response to a worker revolt, end quote, as Rockstar has. Once an early symbol of industry-wide problem of crunch, with the team regularly working 100-hour weeks to finish their games, today's Rockstar looks very different. All signs suggest GTA 6 will also feel very different from its predecessor and hopefully won't require excessive overtime from the team. Before we jump into the GTA 6 bits,
yes,
that is something that's just great to read for a change. Thoughts, Bib?
Do you know what, Graham? And obviously, because we haven't done the scoop for the last 4 days, it's weird that I haven't seen more of this around on social media. Is this the first time you've come across this since me obviously delivering you this news article this morning?
No, I did see this the other day. I'm just going to bring this back up on screen for those that are viewing. There's an article. GTA 6 will reportedly feature the series' first female protagonist. Nice! But that's what I saw it in. Everything I saw led with GTA 6 news. What the game is going to look like, where it's going to be, and so on, that sort of thing. Oh, by the way, Rockstar's a better place. It was that sort of vibe. And it's like,
right.
It was like, I get it. Most of the public, we are the 10%, 90% want to hear that, but it feels like we've said before, we always shout about when stuff's going wrong. It wouldn't be right if we didn't shout about when stuff's going right. But it doesn't feel like enough people are shouting about this to me. But yeah, is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, essentially, because they are one of the leading companies in video games. So it always seems to be the case where if anything's not going right with it, then it's all over the news. But when they start to turn things around, it's not. Yeah. And I hate that, because it needs to be balanced. That's how journalism should be. It should be balanced and impartial, not in terms of the people who are reporting about this, but just in terms of people who have an opinion on something won't always have the opposite. They won't be looking at it from the other side of the fence. They'll always be on just one side, whether or not it's just full negativity or full positivity. It's quite rare that you find the majority in the middle, and they'll report on both sides. So yeah, I love this. I love the fact that they have stood up and listened, because it could have been catastrophic for them. Like what's happening over at Riot and Blizzard. Do you know what I mean? They're in the news every single week for shit that's going down within their establishment. And Rockstar are going, do you know what? We don't need that circus that's going on over there. We'll sort it out ourselves. And that's exactly what they've done. And massive props for them to be able to do that, standing up, listening to their workers, the people who are making the games for them, who are the people who are genuinely making them money hand over fist every single second of the day. You got to keep them people humanized rather than demonized. So, yeah, it's a massive GG from me on that.
Absolutely. Just seen about a million years ago, Nietzsche redeemed the posture check, so I'm sitting up straight now. Nice.
Yeah.
This is huge. This is huge for me. Chappers says, great stuff, this. Love that they've helped make the company as a whole a better place. It does mean that we don't get as much from Rockstar right away. We have to wait. We then, what is it? Great sacrifice, or whatever. There's some quote. I've completely barfed it, and we're already late anyway. So this is the necessary sacrifice. You want good shit, you have to make sacrifices. And Rockstar have sacrificed bringing us GTA 6 in we're probably not going to get it till 2025, 2024, something like that. So that's a sacrifice. We have to wait more years than we would have ever expected to get the next GTA game in the series. But this is why, so that people aren't working 100-hour weeks, fecking family lives, personal relationships, all of that sort of stuff. So GG's. To do that for such a massive company, that's I mean, Rockstar makes the biggest IP of movies, TVs, books, video games, whatever in the world. Rockstar's GTA is obviously the biggest. So to do that, to postpone the next in that series is big moves. The fact that it's the most profitable video game / entertainment entity that's ever existed probably makes that a little bit easier, but still, when something's that good, you don't just rest on your laurels, because eventually things will start to recede. So GG's for this. The fact that they have made these changes, they're making it better for people to speak out. They've reduced the amount of crunch that is needed. They've provided support with mental health programs and stuff. It's across the board beautiful stuff that is. It's good to hear. And from someone like Jason Schreier as well, Bloomberg level reporting. He's not just someone that's gone in and gone, they've released a press release and have churned that out. This will have been investigative for that to come, which then leads on to this. So speaking about investigative journalism, I believe this came from Bloomberg, Jason Schreier as well. There is, I won't go through the article. This one is from Sean Murray at The Gamer, but GTA 6 will have its first female protagonist in the storyline. This is from Jason Schreier. Obviously take with a pinch, but it will be a Latina leading lady. The story will be heavily influenced by Bonnie and Clyde. It will also be set in what is effectively Miami. For those that are from GTA world will understand that is Vice City. Nice.
Yes.
And it will essentially be, I don't want to use the word episodic because that's not what it is, but it will be a story that grows. The idea is that they will give us, say, access to Vice City. And then over time, they may add in a Los Santos or Liberty City or whatever as expansions on top of that. So it won't just be a case of GTA 5. There's the map. Enjoy. It'll be, here's a small section of that. Pretty much like, for anyone that used to play through the GTA games, you get access to like 25% of the map. And then you do a mission which unlocks a bridge that gives you access to another 25%. And then eventually you do something that clears a blockage, which gives you another 25%. And then you get the full map eventually. It seems like that to me. So the single player story mode is how they're going to roll that out. How they do that through season passes, DLCs, whatever. I'm not sure, but there's a lot of changes in there. Very modern thinking, but is it good thinking? What are your thoughts, Bib?
Yes. It feels like they kind of taken the GTA Online model. Like GTA Online was at its very core was just an open world GTA game. Then they started to add more campaigns into it. They started to add more, that added heists into it, and different areas, different characters. Like they had Dr. Dre in there not long ago. Do you know what I mean? So I love the idea of it. I think it just needs. I almost feel like, and this isn't from my perspective because I will always love a GTA offline game, a proper single player experience. But it still surprised me that they're going to be making one. Like with the way that GTA Online is, I know that people are crying out for more single player stuff to do in GTA Online because it's an environment that they love to be in. But sometimes, if you don't have your mates on, or they're currently playing something else, they're trying to get to level 100 on Fortnite, or they're currently playing the next big single player game, they might not be there for you to be able to go and do these missions with. So they want single player stuff to be able to just jump in, get it done, and then go back into the open world stuff. So it does still surprise me, a little tiny bit of me, that they are still making GTA 6 an offline experience. But they're kind of taking the online experience that you're getting in GTA Online and then kind of putting that into what GTA 6 is going to be. So yeah, I'm super excited. I'm excited about playing on the. Playing from another perspective. Me and Samantha again had this discussion the other day about what it could look like from the female perspective on a GTA game. Like, what could the storyline offers something completely different. I hope that they don't usually do what they do with great GTA games, where you are someone who's at the bottom of like a mobster boss's hierarchy, and then you're working your way through. That I feel like that's been done in so many different games, especially Grand Theft Auto, that having a female lead is something completely different. They could go a completely different direction with this. Samantha said, "Have you seen Queen of the South?"
No.
Right. So it's about. I haven't watched it, but Samantha was explaining to me what it would be, what it is, and it's about an Italian woman who's a mobster boss, and the way that she's had to manipulate people around her to be able to try and keep her like her crew, her family at the top of the chain around their areas. And I'd love to see a story like that develop from someone who might not necessarily be in the life of crime but has to turn to it. Like it could offer something completely different, and I do hope that that's the situation, because I don't want it to be what you'd usually get with a guy, but then just take it out and then put a female in there instead. I don't think that would work. I think most people probably think, oh, that's a bit too woke. Do something completely different. I'm all in for a new canvas in GTA on what that could potentially look like.
See, I love the fact that we've had such a variety of stuff in there. So we've had Carl Johnson, and you've got that sort of like Boys in the Hood sort of Grove Street to the moon sort of story, and it's similar sort of thing. We've had the to the moon sort of story through the mob boss with Tommy Vercetti, sort of New York Italian vibe. I did actually see a few comments about people like shouting out the woke. Oh, this is for the woke. Oh yeah, a Latina female woman. This is clearly a woke game. And I'm thinking, look at all the different personalities that have existed in GTA in the last game alone. Fucking Michael, Trevor, and what was it? Clinton? Franklin, yeah, I don't know what Clinton. That's Nietzsche. Franklin, yeah. So like different characters in that alone. The fact that I mean, just for those people that are thinking this is a woke game, you do realize that women do exist. You know, this is an actual. They do exist.
Not just someone who's in the kitchen. Do you know what I mean? Who's not bringing up a family. They do actually exist and have their own lives.
Yeah. So, and I think it'd be good. I think a good thing to listen to, by the way, is if you're on Spotify or just have access to YouTube, go watch Kind of Funny Games Daily from the other day. Kind of Funny had this on, and Janet Garcia is a Latino woman, and she obviously came in with input that I would never have considered, and she was talking about how she hopes it's written well, because often you'll get like, hey, I know what Latino people say, and they just throw in the key Hollywood words like, oh, hey, how you doing, amigo? It's like nobody ever says that shit anymore. It's like British people always sit there with bowler hats and cups of tea kind of thing. That's not how British people really are. I mean, a bit at home.
It's snapbacks and a cup of tea.
Cold coffee, but yeah, same. So yeah, I hope it's good. I hope it's good. I'm very excited to get back into Vice City. I hope. I mean, it's clearly going to be modern day. I say clearly, it might not be. I would hope they have some way of leaning back into the Vice City 80s vibe that was there, even if it's just adding an 80s radio station. I'll take that because yeah, that is memories for me. But I am very ready for a new GTA story, and if that is a story that develops over time while they're adding new maps and so on, if it's episodic for one. like I say, that might not be the best phrase for it. It might not be episodic, but we'll just stick with that for now until we get better wording for it. If it's an episodic story, I'm all for that. If that means that I don't just sit there through 30 hours, 20 hours or whatever of GTA story in one go, and I'll play 5 hours now, and then in 5 hours more in a couple of months' time or whatever. Yes, please. I will take that. So, yeah. GTA 6 will reportedly feature the series' first female protagonist, and that is on the back of Rockstar changing their company culture. We've asked a lot of companies to do it, and a lot of them have said, yeah, of course we will. Of course we will. We will set up teams to monitor the changes of our culture, which will be led by the teams that have already been bad at culture. So whereas Rockstar is the first one that seems that they've actually done something monumental and something sufficient. So GG's to Rockstar. Do not get it mistaken. That is big moves. That is big moves. As much as you may have plenty to whinge at from Rockstar, you weren't happy with the definitive edition of GTA Trilogy remakes. You're not happy that GTA doesn't have single player stuff. Red Dead Online has been stopped in its support now. Whatever. I mean, those are arbitrary in terms of comparing to real life situations, and they're doing the important stuff whilst trying to do all the other stuff as well. So very rarely do companies of that size get props for the company side stuff. You get props because you release a successful game, but you don't get props for being a good company, and they deserve it there. So GG's. Did have some weird ass messages in the chat. Barndog, thank you very much for the follow. But Valor Pistol YouTube did drop in saying, help him, the true Phantom. He has a PSN name. And I'm not going to read it out because I'm not giving you advertising. What? Are you okay, bruv? So jumping back up. Good afternoon, gents. Doing anything this weekend? Yeah, I suppose. Did you know Rockstar has reportedly made changes? Apparently. Has Rockstar made changes? Apparently. I think they may have made some changes. Do you know, if you're not sure if they've made changes, I can give you a link to an article from Vlad MAZANKO that kind of insinuates that if you read between the lines. It's crazy to think that it's nearly 10 years since GTA 5 came out. I know, absolutely madness.
It's crazy. 2 generations ago. That's how long it's been. Like 2 console generations ago. And it's still going strong now. It's still in the charts every single week. It's crazy, the concurrent numbers that are still playing that game.
You've got to think
it just shows how good an online environment they have.
Yeah.
Like they just that's what I'm worried about with GTA 6. I say worry, I'd turn that down to a 2 rather than to a 10. I worry about what GTA 6 is going to look like and what GTA Online is going to look like, because they're still, unless they are hiring another 20 or 30 people to come and sort out the other side of the game, I don't know how they're going to do it. Like it seems very difficult.
It's like that 10 years spread as well. 50 to 60%, maybe 70% of that is down to the fact that, okay, this game's printing a shitload of money, so let's not rock the boat that much. But then the other 25, 30, 40% of it is because they are obviously now impacting their corporate culture. They've changed the way the company is on the inside. So that 10 years is for multiple reasons. But yeah, I am intrigued to see how that takes shape in the actual game. Because do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of, has anyone seen Free Guy?
Seen what?
Free Guy. Ryan Reynolds.
Yes, I have.
If you haven't seen it, I won't give you any spoilers or anything, but it's basically based on a video game. That's obvious. It's on all the trailers and stuff. But the game that runs on, they're talking about upgrading that from one system to another. That's kind of GTA Online, they've got this massive system that everyone's invested in and loves playing and so on, and now they need to make it bigger and better, and it's just like there's so many problems that comes with that. How do you make it bigger and better while still trying to keep earning the millions that you've already had? Because you stop. So people have spent a lifetime in GTA 5. Do you just stop it and go into GTA 6 and start fresh? Because some people won't like that. They won't move. They will want to stay. Do you keep 2 systems running side by side? Do you make it so the legacy system still operates within the future? There's no right answer. So I am interested to see how that works. Obviously, we won't find that out for another 3 years. But it's whatever it is, it's got to be big ass decisions. And Rockstar made GTA Online, so they can clearly make big ass decisions. It's just see if they can do it at that scale, because they didn't have a GTA Online launch. They didn't have to jump into GTA Online from that previously. They just went from offline into online. Now they've got that, so it's the first time they have to make decisions that have such a monumental impact. Hopefully it's right, but we'll see that in a few years. Not bad at all today, says Doctor. Apart from the fact that my Astro A50s are giving, they gave up on you last night. However, got in contact with them and they are giving me new ones because it's still on guarantee. So shout out to the Astro posse. Yeah, let's go, baby. Says it with an Astro logo on screen. Hashtag spawn. Hashtag ad. Hashtag meant to say that. No, GG's. I mean, A50s are a great headset, but they are expensive. It's a premium product. So that giving up on you is always a little bit of a heart attack. But if you've got a replacement, winner. Astro dinner, let's go. 10 years already, and it is madness. September 2013. GTA 4 was April 2008, so only a 5 years gap between 4 and 5. Yeah, exactly. I mean, there wasn't online then. It was a easier system to develop for, and all of that sort of stuff, which we all know, obviously. Anyway, Bibby, did you not see the EA tweet? Nobody plays single player anymore. Yikes! There are 10, but they only play single player. Oh no! All I do is play single player. I have no friends, says Timeless. That's not true. You played multiplayer with me just the other night, and actually, to be fair, you didn't talk to me very much. It's not because Discord was having problems, it's just because you're antisocial. That's all it is. GTA 6 is 2 characters based on Bonnie and Clyde. It's not 2 characters as such. It's based on a Bonnie and Clyde sort of story, which we did touch on in that article. It's not 2 characters. We haven't had that confirmed. Not that it isn't, but not that it is. I'm saying it's the Latina lead has been influenced by a Bonnie and Clyde sort of story. So yeah, that's misinformation. It's not 2 characters. You can't say that definitively. It's based on a Bonnie and Clyde sort of scenario. We don't know whether it'll be 1 character, 2 characters, 3 characters, whatever. Also, it's set in Miami adaptation. Yeah, Vice City-ish. I reckon they'll bring back Catalina for GTA 6. She was a Latino. Subway turned up, bottle of drink next to my toaster subs, so now have a lovely warm bottle of drink. Num num. Get that in the freezer for 5 minutes, but don't forget about it because we've all done that before. Just going to put this in the...
Forget about it.
So yes, that's enough of GTA news. We will jump into our next story. We do have 2 PlayStation stories back to back, so I'll fire through the first one because it's more of a system update, and then we can have a little bit more of a chat about the second one. So the first one, which could potentially be good news if you're a PlayStation user, is written by LIANG at the Gamer. It says PS5 beta prepares for 1440p support, game lists, and new social features. A welcome set of software upgrades are coming. See that? That's a tagline that's not exactly the same as the title. And then the article's not exactly the same as the tagline. That's amazing. So the much requested feature of 1440p support is coming to PS5 as Sony rolls out a new system software beta that includes a whole bunch of updates that'll upgrade the console's options. These include game lists and new social features, but the headline is surely expanded support for PC monitors and TVs. The new 1440p video output will allow PS5 owners to select this resolution option if they have a compatible screen. If the game you're playing supports 1440p rendering, then you'll be seeing native 1440p output on your display. But if the game is running with a higher native resolution, such as 4K, then you can also benefit, as you'll see improved anti-aliasing through super sampling down to 1440p. Users with access to the beta software can check if their HDMI monitor is compatible by selecting Test 1440p output under the screen and video options within system settings via the PS Blog. However, variable refresh rate will only work for 1080p and 4K on the PS5 and won't be supported for 1440p. This software update also adds game lists, which are meant to improve game organization. There we go. Nice. Just said the complete wrong thing. That's good going there, Graham. Love to see it. Users can make their own game lists from the main game library, with each list supporting up to 100 games. These are folders, basically, making it easier to group certain games together or to organize them however you want. Disc, digital, and streaming games can all be added to the lists, but there is a limit of 15 game lists in total. Just head to the Your Collection tab and select Create Game List, add the games to the game list, and it will and then come up with a name for it. I mean, there's a limit to 15 games in total, and you can put 100 games on each list. That's 1,500 games. Surely you don't need more than that, right? God damn. The update also adds new social features. These include the option to send a request to a friend to ask if they can share their screens with you so you can watch their gameplay, which could be handy to watch your friend play out a game section you might be stuck on. For example, looking at you, Elden Ring. Or maybe you've just quit out on PUBG by accident because you're a tit and your friends are still in the game and you don't want to sit around just spare parting whilst you're on stream, so you can go, can I watch please? So yeah, I mean, I don't know who does that, me. During parties, you'll now also be able to send stickers and voice messages, and there's a joinable game notification for when you can join a party member's game. In addition, PS5 owners will be able to compare 3D audio and stereo audio with the new update, which will allow users to listen to and compare the difference between 3D and stereo audio on the same screen. Finally, that's actually a big plus. There are a few other details which you can read in the full PS blog, but these are the highlights. Okay, we'll stop there. So, system updates, 1440p support, game lists, social features, stickers, being able to join games, invite people to watch games, and all that jazz. Sound good?
Yeah, it's again, it's the small tweaks that they're just changing to the UI and stuff. I mean, the 1440p stuff, amazing. I mean, I don't have a 1440p hertz monitor, so it's 144 hertz monitor, so it's irrelevant for me. It's not a 4K one; it's just a 1080 one. Looks great. My games look great on it. I'm happy with it. But for people who want the crispest, who want the fastest, this is great as well. Like we're getting there closer. We're getting there slowly but surely. Everything's starting to come in for the PlayStation. They're well behind in some aspects, but way ahead in some others. It's starting to bridge the gap a little bit now. But yeah, this is all good shit. All good shit.
Yeah, good news. This is good news. It's stuff that some of it should have been there already, like the game list stuff. I'm just going to call this PlayStation Roundup. Boom, put that on screen. Some of it should have been there already, but any form of progression is good news. Dr. Polter, welcome back, dude. Good to see you. How you doing? Hey, Lit Fam. So yeah, happy to see that. Tito says, can you do Discord chat yet? No, we can't. Do you know what? Did we actually gloss over that with the means to come back to that and then didn't actually come back to that, the Discord conversation? Or did we have it? I can't remember.
No, I think it broke last week, didn't it? During last week. I don't think we mentioned it last Friday, so it's just got lost.
I think we had it on the list and said, do you know what, we'll move that to Monday, and then didn't, kind of thing. For those that didn't see it, Discord and PlayStation about 18 months ago signed a deal that in early 2022 PlayStation would get Discord stuff. I don't know what the actual phrase was, but we'll go with stuff. So if you want to use Discord on your PlayStation, playing with other people, you can do. That's great. Xbox wanted to buy Discord before that. Discord was like, nah, mate. So all the PlayStation fanboys were like, yeah, working with PlayStation, not the Xbox, baby. Anyway, we are well past early 2022. There is no sign of PlayStation working properly with Discord yet. What PlayStation has done is allowed it so that you can see what someone's playing on their PlayStation in Discord.
Yay.
Which Xbox already had. So PlayStation caught up to Xbox, and Xbox just added chat function in. Yay! So PlayStation officially not partnered, but they invested in Discord to get those functions, and Xbox has beat them to the punch. There are some limitations to that. It's not an Xbox Discord app. You have to use a mobile device to join in the chat and then transfer that to your console. So it is a little bit around the houses, but if it works, it works. It is what it is. So GG's.
If it was native, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's got to be coming. That has to be coming. Maybe that's part of the thing. Xbox have got there first. Discord have gone, well, it works. We can't really stop you. We're not going to endorse an app until PlayStation have got theirs, though. Maybe it's that sort of thing. I don't know. But yeah, Discord does exist on Xbox now, if you missed that. I think it was only for the Insider program or something. It might roll out to everyone. I can't remember what it was. Anyway, it's definitely there. People can use it and stuff now. But then jumping into our next bit of PlayStation news is this. This is Tom Ivan at VGC this time. He says Sony announces Backbone 1 PlayStation Edition controller for iPhone. It's available now and costs $100, which obviously is exactly the same as £100 because that's how conversion rates work. That's not how conversion rates work, Sony. I thought you were well past this, but there we go. So Sony has announced Backbone 1 PlayStation Edition, an officially licensed controller for playing games on iPhone, and it costs £100. It's inspired by the look and feel of PS5's DualSense wireless controller. Backbone 1 PlayStation Edition is powered by the user's iPhone, meaning separate charging isn't required, and it can connect directly to the PS5's Pulse 3D headset. It can be used to play PS4 and PS5 games streamed via remote play, as well as App Store titles and other game streaming services that support controllers, including Genshin Impact and Call of Duty Mobile. Backbone 1 PlayStation Edition is available in the US, Canada, Mexico, Australia, New Zealand, Germany, France, Italy, Spain, New Zealand, Sweden, Netherlands, and the UK at launch, with more countries to follow. Earlier today, Sony announced details of the latest PS5. We've just talked about the software, which is coming out. But as well as new software, we have new hardware. Want to play your PlayStation games on the go? Remote play? Maybe some iPhone games? Well, you can now with the Backbone 1. Bib, thoughts?
this potentially could be better than the Kishi controller. And I'm not just saying that because it's a PlayStation controller. Obviously, this is not a Bluetooth controller, but it is a controller that's designed to play PlayStation games. But the fact that you can play things like Call of Duty Mobile already gives it the edge on like the Razer Kishi, which you can't. The only way that you can use a controller on Call of Duty Mobile, from what I hear, I haven't. This is research that I've done like 8-9 months ago. It could have completely changed by then and could be completely outdated. But you used to have to pair your Xbox One controller or your Xbox Series S, whatever, to the console, to your mobile, and then you could use a Razer Kishi controller. You couldn't just plug it in to your phone and then it works straight away. I don't know why that was the case. Once you booted into the match or it connected, you could then use the controller itself. I don't understand why, but if this is all native, then maybe PUBG Mobile is the next thing that's on the list. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I hope that this has a little bit more weight than the Razer Kishi controller, because I think it's a bit too light for my massive hands. I like something that's got a little bit more, like these two controllers, for instance, my PlayStation 5 and my Xbox. I've just turned my PlayStation 5 on. These feel
Good effort.
roughly the same, but that's because I think this has batteries in it, which obviously gives it a little bit more heft. But if I can have something like that in a mobile form with the same weight as these, that will be absolutely perfect. That would be my dream scenario.
David says it looks more like Switch Joy-Cons than a PS5 controller. Do you know what? I see that. It does say it's inspired by the DualSense controller. I don't think... I mean, yeah, all right, it's got the same sort of smooth, glossy buttons, but it looks like a PlayStation's DualSense controller has just had sex with a Joy-Con, and this is what we've got. Yeah. It's absolutely a little bit one, a little bit the other kind of thing for me.
Much better than a Joy-Con controller, because the Joy-Con controllers don't have the gap underneath to put your fingers. So you have to hold it like this, and after a while, your fingers start to cramp.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm interested. 100 quid is a pretty penny, though. It's an officially endorsed PlayStation product, so that's kind of what you'd expect. But yeah, who's interested? Who's actually going to buy one of these? I don't think I will. I mean, if it opens the doors for PUBG Mobile, playing with a controller and things like that, then nice. I'm not interested in the slightest at playing games via remote play, because I've tried to play remote play on my mobile device without a controller, and it's shocking. Like playing PUBG on remote play, it's like I've only ever done it when I've needed to do like a daily mission. I thought, oh shit, I needed to do one more daily on PUBG, and it was something like stay alive for 30 minutes, where it like doesn't matter the fact that I'm going to get killed whenever I see someone, as long as I just avoid people for a bit. That's when I'll do it, because then I can just go, okay, I'll get myself into a zone and I'll leave it. Because you go left, turn, right, turn, and it's so bad. It's so bad. So I'm not interested in any accessories to help me with that experience, because it's like, hey, would you like me to help you with the experience of being stabbed? No, I wouldn't like any help into that experience, because I won't enjoy it, no matter how much help you give me getting into it. You can hold the blade or what. I'm not bothered. I don't want the experience, and that's what this is for me. So, yeah, I'm not interested. It's good. It's good if it works, but for me, no.
Do you know what I find a little bit odd about this? And I might be completely in the minority with this, but I always find controllers are so much more comfortable when the analog sticks are the same height on the controller. So like Majul said, I mean, I'm more than happy with how the Xbox One works. Like they are quite close together, but they are offset.
Yeah,
that's quite comfortable in your hands still. But like the Joy-Con controllers, because your hands are opposite sides and you're holding the entire weight of the controller up to your face or down below like this when you're looking down, I don't think it's that comfortable. But something like the Wii U touchpad, they were both the same. Both analog sticks were at the top, and that worked better for me. I thought that was much more ergonomic. I thought that it was so much more comfortable. So I don't understand why they, in consoles and controllers like this, they still have them at the bottom, because it feels like I'm trying to hold the weight of the console while trying to move the analog sticks to literally to a degree on the analog from where I want to either point my gun, move in that direction or whatever. I just don't think it feels like you're balancing comfort and the actual controller all in the same thing while trying to keep the accuracy of whatever it is that you're trying to do.
Yeah, the thing with like I prefer to have both sticks in the same place. But the thing with you've got the differences between an Xbox and a PlayStation controller in the fact that Xbox has one analog offset, PlayStation has them both in line, but they are both in the natural movement arc of your thumb. Whereas this one, I'll bring it back on screen for you. The right one, like if you think your thumb is gonna touch this stick up here and these buttons up here, you have to weirdly bend your thumb back over to get to these buttons down here and these D-pad and stuff down here. So these are like, that's like going back to the NES days where controllers were made because, hey, this is the first time we're making a controller. You fast forward 30 years and it's like, okay, ergonomically, that's horrible. But when it comes to handheld controllers, to try keep size, the form factor small, they basically make those sacrifices. So it doesn't look like it's going to be fun to use for a long period of time if you have to use two sticks. Definitely, that doesn't look. No. Let me go back up then. Let's catch up. Does Xbox have a game of the year yet, Kappa? No. I would expect nothing less. Glossing over pro Xbox news. Yeah, I mean, nobody wants to know about that. There's only like 3 people that have an Xbox, right? Tito's mum, because Tito bought one for when he visits his mum, and someone else, I don't know, Phil Spencer. Other than that, is there an banter? By the way, Xbox boss, as soon as I said Phil Spencer, boom, let's smash that in the chat. Skadoosh. Does PlayStation have Discord through your PC, Tito? Yes, says JMK. There you go. Facts. Boom. Yeah. I would expect nothing. Oh, I've done that bit. Talking about great stuff, I'd like to shout out, if I may, shout out a game, if I may. Ooh, interesting. What game are we talking about, Dr. Polter? £100 bloody hell. Actually, I suppose Razor Kishi wasn't too different. Yeah, Razor Kishi wasn't that like 90 quid? Ish, 89.99, or was it even more actually to begin with? It might have been more. I don't know. It looks like my Switch Joy-Cons. It looks more like I've done that bit already. Not everyone has bare paws like you, baby. Yeah, my little tiddly hands, but that still won't be comfortable for me. I'm used to holding small things in my hand. Wait, that came out wrong, says Tito. It did. Hello. Ooh, that's gorgeous. Food delivery, yay! Bagel pizzas, let's go. Nice. PS5 remote hasn't been the best. Like they all have the joystick problems. Yeah. How many things must one hold? Loads. Did you not see Xbox has outsold PlayStation in North America for 3 quarters in a row? What is that like? 4 people have bought it now. I mean, PlayStations aren't available. Xboxes are standard. God. I bet it's like marginally sold as well because PlayStations aren't available. Banter! Blastronaut released on the 27th, proudly made in Estonia. I've never even heard of that. To be fair, there you go. If you're interested in a new game, check out Blastronaut from Dr. Polter. If you are interested in new games though, and you think, do you know what? Is Blastronaut free? Do you pay for it, Dr. Polter? I'm using this as a segue into the next story, because if you do have to pay for it and you think, do you know what, as cool as that sounds, I just don't have a few pounds or dollars or euros to spare right now, then that's fine, because we got you. Because everyone plays games on a PlayStation over an Xbox, which we have just confirmed in the chat with Tito. Xbox really smells of... No, it doesn't. I'm joking. Maybe it does a little bit. Nah, I'm just joking. The next story... Oh, wrong bit. The next story should be on your screen now. This is written by Ravi, Sinha at Gaming Bolt. Yakuza Like a Dragon, Little Nightmares, and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 are coming to PS Plus Essential in August. All 3 titles will be available for PS Plus Essential Extra and Premium subscribers from August the 2nd to September the 6th. Ooh. So as rumoured earlier today, it's only 3 months of titles have been announced. I don't need to go into it. You get it. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, Yakuza Like a Dragon, and Little Nightmares. This is possibly the best PS Plus free games month that they've had in years. Because usually you'll get like, here's a banger, here's something you never heard of, and here's a, huh? What even is that? Literally three games that have had a lot of promotion and are well revered by different audiences. So a lot there for I won't say something for everyone, but something for a lot of people. Big selection. What are your thoughts, babe?
I just want to play Tony Hawk's. I was holding off buying it because it's well established, the backlog of games that I've got, Graham. But I feel like once I get into playing Tony Hawk's, I'm not going to stop. Like, I've been waiting for this game. I'm so glad that I've waited and didn't bite the bullet, because it wasn't that long ago that I was actually looking to buy this game. And I've seen people on social media when this obviously broke over the last couple of days going, for fuck's sake, I've just bought this game because it was on offer and now it's free. Like, I'm glad I'm not one of those people, but I think it would be worth every penny anyway. As and when I would have been able to get round to playing it. But I played the ever-loving shit out of these, any of the Tony Hawk's games up until after American Wasteland 2, I think was probably the last great one that I played. So yeah, this is great. I'm super looking forward. Little Nightmares, I think I've already actually got that in my collection somewhere on some platform. Yakuza, never been into it, so
Tito's
it's nice to have in my collection.
Yakuza, from what I saw on Discord. He absolutely loved it, and he didn't just say it was like, what did he say, like cutscene simulator? Yeah, Tony Hawk Pro Skater definitely is the big win for me. Another similar sort of thing. Backlog, absolutely adored the first game. Would love to have played it again. Couldn't really justify spending the full price at launch on it because I just wouldn't have the time to play it. I will pick it up later on. I didn't ever expect it to be a free game. I thought it will be a case of it'll come down to a £10 sale kind of thing, and I'll go, oh, do you know what? Fuck it, I'll buy it now. Boom. So the fact it's free has just saved me the 10 quid or whatever that I would have spent. So yeah, nice. Don't worry though, if you don't have a PlayStation, you're thinking, well, what do I have? Well, there's only one other video game format, isn't there? Right? We've got PlayStation and PC. There's not really anything else between there, right? Is there?
Yeah.
Oh no, there's Switch.
Stadia.
Switch instead. Oh, Stadia. Yeah. That's kind of it. Yeah, I don't think there is anything else. So this is what you can get on PC. If you have a PC and you want to bag a free game, we tell you every Friday what you can get for free from the Epic Games Store. And that, this week, is, do you know what? Sod your Power Wash Simulator. That might be free on PC and on other devices, whatever that may be. But, okay, Xbox. Right, we'll stop it now. Lawn Mowing Simulator is available for anyone that has an Epic Games Store account and is on PC. There you go. Pick it up. It's free until next Thursday UK time, about 4 p.m.-ish. But you're better off picking it up sooner rather than later if you do want to play it. So we all know it. Video games are about fantasies, power fantasies, usually. Action hero, main character, president of the world stuff. But I think we can all agree on a better kind of fantasy, one where you experience the satisfying visual feedback of mowing a lawn on as many lawns as you want, forever. And that bliss isn't just available for free on Epic Games Store this week, it's also free of being a small ecological disaster for local biodiversity, unlike every real lawn. Magnificent. Great writing, once again, from the Morgan Park and the team at PC Gamer. So Lawn Mowing Simulator is available on Epic Games Store right now. Also, just because it was mentioned in the chat by Dr. Poulter, I did open up this page on Steam. There we go. Is Blastronaut. It actually looks really cool, does this? It actually looks really fun. If you are interested in picking up a new experience, you like your side-scroller experiences, then Blastronaut is 15% off. There you go. No spawn, no ad. Check it out. Looks pretty fun. Nice. That's a great lineup. 3 amazing games. That's time I was talking about the PS Plus. It is really good. PS Plus whatever the basic one is called now. Essential. There you go. Ooh, I missed the notification. What have I missed? We've spoke about GTA 6, Rockstar changing their culture, PlayStation 5 getting a new system software update, a mobile controller for PlayStation games that works with iPhones, the free PS Plus games, Yakuza and the like, and Epic Games Store, which is where we are now. I haven't played it, but I feel I would be loving Little Nightmares. I mean, all 3 games. Yakuza Like a Dragon is something that I would definitely like to play. It's just it's a time sink. Not in a bad way, it just requires a good chunk of time. And I already have a lot of those games that I know I will like The Last of Us 2, and still haven't played those. So it will be redeemed and added to the list and probably forgotten about forever and ever and ever. But still, it's there if I need it. It'll go into the draw with Spider-Man, Cyberpunk, and all the others, edgy. Hey, I finished Spider-Man, actually, mate. So I have that. Yeah. You're only jealous. I mean, how many times did you play through Spider-Man on Xbox, Tito? I know you're a massive Marvel fan. You absolutely adore Marvel. You've played through Spider-Man, the amazing, and Miles Morales, right? And you're going to be playing through Wolverine too, yeah? Fuck you, G. That's below the belt. Sorry, Tito. I love you. Come to my house and you can mow the lawns for free. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No chance. Sorry, Tito. It's just is what it is. It is. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit. It's too long, is this one? I need to cut this one down. I keep talking now because I don't want the copyright strikes on YouTube. Nice. I just had to employ a gardener. All right, someone's doing well. I bet you pay more than Baby does, though.
It's the same one that I've done. £10 front and back. Fucking great.
Winner. Gardener dinner. Nice. On that bombshell, we are going to wrap things up. We have been live for a good old chunk of time. Not too bad. Only an hour and 17 minutes to say we spent 30 minutes talking about the Royal Rumble and stuff. So
My name is Optimus Prime.
His name is Optimus Prime.
ISOP, let's go.
ISOP, let's go. GG's, B-Bay. Thank you very much for the
Cheers.
subbage. I've probably got one of those as well, which I might look at in just a second.
I just wanted to use one of the ICU emojis, but it wasn't available because I wasn't subbed. Now I am.
That's what I do as well all the time. Nice. So if you do have a Prime, do feel free to throw it down. We forget. You probably forget too. We'll take it off you. We'll look after it. We don't mind. We're good people like that. Now I am doing it. Doing
Fucking
what?
hell, size of this moth.
Fucking hell, size of this moth. Okay, I'm distracted. Back onto the path. We are going to finish up now. Don't forget, we will be back tomorrow, 3 p.m. UK time. Timeless had all of the American times laid down. It's like between 7 a.m. and 10 a.m., the Royal Rumble will be taking place across the American time zones. So please do feel free to join us for that. We will be live with 16 captains, 64 players, 2 hours on the front page of Twitch in the UK as well. So we should hopefully have a lot of new eyes on PUBG and help out, get a little bit of exposure for all of our friends as well in the same process, which would be lovely. So do feel free to join us at 3 p.m. until 8 p.m. UK time. There you go. 7 a.m. PST, 9 a.m. CST, and so is that 7 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern? Is that what that is? If it is, then yeah.
That's one, Fridge.
I clearly correct. Nice. I absolutely watched Timeless this morning, and he said it out loud. I'm just taking his knowledge. It's not me. So yeah, we are going to disappear. Do check Fridge. He will be in the tournament tomorrow. He will be taking part.
He will.
And do you know what? The Miramar Wild West game will have crossbows on it, and there'll be no ARs, no DMRs. Could we get a good old beer fridge wave? Yeah, let's go. Could we see? And that's what I'm looking forward to. I mean, hopefully it happens. We'll see. So yeah, do feel free to check Fridge and all the other captains out. A reminder that the winning team will bag 5 GT Omega Racing chairs. That's 1 for each of the players, plus 1 for the captain to give away. So if Beer Fridge does win, you could get a chair from the Beer Fridge. So make sure you drop a follow on the Beer Fridge's channel and all of the other captains as well, because, you know, you might as well follow them all. Hedge your bets, you know, that's what I'm saying. So nice. Any gliders with C4? Sadly not. That's what Snowflake wanted, but the esports mode doesn't have gliders. I mean, they could be in Demo Derby, but by the time you've got some fuel and a glider, you're probably going to be dead to zone. Maybe in the Wild West, but and the gliders are on Destin, so probably not. We will confirm that with Silencer and Cove from Code Red, because they're the ones that are helping us with the lobby setups, but probably not, which is sad, but it just is what it is. So yeah, that will be 3 p.m. UK time tomorrow. But before that happens, Mr. Bibb,
Yes.
Is there anything you'd like to add?
Yes, there is, Graham. Thank you very much for those of you that have joined us for only the 2 episodes of The Scoop this week. It's not your fault. It's more our fault, but also at the same time, we got shit to do. So if you want to help shape the shows as we return back to normal next week with hopefully 5 shows for you,
My name
there's
is
2 ways to
Optimus
do so.
Prime.
First of all, find us on social media. It is at Ice Cream Uploads across all major social media platforms, or alternatively, get involved with our Discord. If you're watching this on any of our on-demand services, go into the description below. All the information and links that you require will be listed there for you, but all we need from you is the URL plus your thoughts and impressions. We will then give you our thoughts and impressions on the very next show, which will be at what time? On Monday, Mr. Graham Day.
Well, that'll be 10 a.m.
Ha!
Ish. A little bit of ish. It'll be the first Monday back when the studios... Oh, no, we won't be in the studio. We'll be just in bits after the weekend's adventures.
Yeah.
So 10 a.m.
Ish.
Like Tino says, ish. So there'll be a little bit of an ish on Monday's show, but we'll be live because we'll have a lot to talk about, and we'll have to do the loot drop and all of that sort of stuff. So nice. Thank you to me as well for my 38-month sub. Oh, you're welcome, me. Oh,
Well done, Graham.
Nice. Let's go. Bibby reminded me. I always forget. Nice. Let's go.
It's not quite 46, but it's close.
I mean, I was like 3 months ahead of you, and then you remained consistent and used it every month, whereas I didn't. So there you go. Also, 1 month I accidentally subscribed to Jack Lapoo, which wasn't a bad use of it, but I meant to subscribe to Ice Cream Uploads, but I had his stream open and subscribed to him instead. So there's that too. So nice. But yeah, it is what it is, as it says in the chat from Beer Fridge. Anyway, as mentioned, tomorrow, 3 p.m. UK time. Let me scroll back up because I don't have that good a memory. It was like 7 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern time if you are on the other side of the pond. There is hints, connotations of NA versus EU because there is 8 NA teams, 8 EU teams in the Royal Rumble. So we'll see how it unfolds. But that's it from us today. Have yourselves a beautiful day. Stick around while we drop a little raid on one of our friends. And until next time, what are they going to do, Bib?
You, my friends, have got to stay frosty.